Collective. Oh, I'm like, do I have makeup on there? No, I think we're good. Much love and light to you. I don't know about you. I'm grateful I made it to the live stream. Okay. Definitely on here later than I planned to. But I'm here. We're doing it. Okay. And it's gonna be spicy, but we're gonna keep it nicey. You know what I'm saying? All right, so you guys be good. Okay. We got a little something to talk about tonight, today, tomorrow, whenever you find this message, these messages. We've got 3 piles to get through tonight, you guys. Um, and they may not resonate with everyone. Firstly, for tonight's session, just a heads up, you'd have to already done the do here, not just thought about it or mulled it over. You know, it would have had to have been a thing, a night, or a few moments, perhaps. Just saying. All right. So if you're here, you know, trying to make this fit about somebody that you've yet to actually even touch on like that, these wouldn't be your pals, babe. Okay. And here's the sitch. If you can't resonate with this session, there's something somewhere on this channel. All right. For you, you can get something probably a lot out of just saying, not me toot my own horn. It's just if you found the message, excuse me, if you found the channel, there it is. You found your message. All right. Maybe just not in this particular video. Either way, you guys, right? If you don't mind, I don't mind you hanging around. I do enjoy spending time with you guys, especially if you enjoy the vibe, right? You like to participate in a pleasant, energetic exchange, right? I definitely don't mind you sticking around, and gosh, I hope you do. All right. I definitely intend to have fun this session, you guys. It's pretty um overall lighthearted, right? There's a couple like red flags maybe we're gonna talk about. And of course, we know, you know, we're grown here. It just is what it is. And speaking of being grown here, yes, we should all be. So please, no children's, okay? So you know, do with that what you will, but protect the children. Yes, they're listening. You know what I'm saying? So maybe put the earbuds in or something. Make it make sense, folks, okay? And definitely serious on that note, okay? So here's a sitch for pile number 1. We've got this marker, lovely Anna. We've got this marker and it says crossbody purse, right? So I promise we're getting spicy, okay? But like I said, we're still keeping things nicey. We're going to ease into this so there's no rippage. No, let me stop. But pile number 2, we've got sneakers. All right, so it could be some significance to sneakers or a crossbody purse here from one pile to the next. Last but certainly not least, we could be talking about somebody's favorite t-shirt being part and parcel of an iconic situation, situationship, remembrance. All right. Oh, thank you, babe. Love the energy, Anna. Thank you. So, pile number 1. You guys, how are there like a large majority of us in here? I literally have 1 like on the screen. That's so interesting. Can you just actually like, you know, get with the program and kind of sit in here and do what you came to do anyhow? Maybe somebody forgot. All right. If you're enjoying the vibe and you're ready to get spicy with your girl, you should at least be able to hit the like button. I'm not even joking, you guys. Make it make sense. All right. Oh, you're on your mom's profile. Oh, I see. Okay. Love and light, Yasa. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get started with pile number 1 real quick, just so I can give some of the stragglers in the back a chance to like get settled in, right? And no worries, I will be hitting the bell. We do heads up, even keep it a little spicy when we do the spicy tarot live streams regarding your free questions too. So there's that. Just offering, I mean, it doesn't have to be a spicy question that you ask tonight for your freebie, you guys, but I do offer that just in case maybe you didn't think that was the case. All right. It is what you make of it, of course. And again, no children. All right. No minors on here. Please and thank you for these kind of sessions. All right. I love you though. All right. And love and light, Kaylee. I see. Yeah. Okay. You're on, your mom's name is Anna. I get it. Okay. All right. Now I'm caught up. Took me a couple seconds. Much love and light, babe. And love and light, Fiona. Thank you for hopping on, babe. Wasn't sure what you all had going on, but I wanted to say thank you so much as well. You've been really doing a bang up job, and I just thought that maybe you should be afforded an opportunity to actually know that that's actual facts. Okay, so thank you, you guys. Be nice to Fiona. Be nice to everyone on here, please and thank you. All right, we all matter and we all got our part to play, and we are all valuable. All right, so don't get it twisted. All right. So, crossbody purse for pile number one. Oh, love and light, babe. I'm your reflection. Thank you, though. And pile number two, we've got sneakers. So maybe somebody's like a sneakerhead connected to pile number two. I almost said pile number three. Could be some significance to, maybe resonating from pile two to three, depending on who you are, right? And maybe who you're here for, if that makes sense. And pile number three was again the your favorite T-shirt. Could be part and parcel of some iconic situation. Doesn't have to be the case, but those were the markers I was guided to for the piles tonight, okay? And we're going to get into pile number one. It's 6 on the dot. Love it. Okay. So I could be speaking pile number one, still general collective message. You got to take what resonates and let the rest sit. Okay. No worries. No loss, even. Like, so serious. So I could be talking to or about a Pisces. Now, let me just see here because I did not. I have like this OCD thing where I have to like sub compartmentalize, like, what are all the, because sometimes I'll get like 7 for like one sign. Like Virgo is heavy hitting tonight. Woo! Virgo takes the cake for pound number one as far as energy. And that could also be because for some of you, depending on how the situation pans out here with you versus your person, you could share chart placements. All right. And so there could be Virgoian energy on both sides of the board here. Doesn't have to be the case, but man, oh day, I got like a fistful of Virgo. Oh my goodness, pound number one. Anywho, but I digress. Let me take a look here. So they definitely hit that. Okay, everybody's caught up. We're adults. But what of it? Will they split? All right, so this could be somebody who has talked about proposing, right? Maybe some lip service, right? Love and light, Sean. Love and light, babe. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate you. Um, or this could be a situation where you're like, man, this has to be the one. We've all been there, so no judgment, you guys. To be clear, only love and light. I wouldn't even want the karma. Okay. That's why you don't see me on here on a soapbox and with a microphone, just to be clear. But I digress. This person could have been a huge risk for you, whether you were Virgoian energy or not. And this could be because I'm reading the energy as it stands for you in your perspective now, right? Sometimes it takes a little bit of experience or a little bit of experience someone to realize, like, oh, that was actually classified as a risk and not really something that produced results that maybe you were looking for. And maybe some of you really thought, like, man, this, I get it. Two people can really even look great on paper, perhaps, right? Even aside from like the physical stuff, right? And it just isn't necessarily to be a thing, right? And sometimes you don't know until you know, right? Hence that experience being necessary at times, okay? And Virgo, whether this is you or perhaps a Virgo on the other side of the board here, there could have been a short fuse for one or more of you. And it's giving, again, just another wave of that red flag type of energy. To be honest, not to be judgy, just energy don't lie. You know what I'm saying? So and maybe this person really for a large majority of your situations, whether you were aware of it or not, was actually masked up because they knew they were hiding certain darker aspects of themselves, just like they seem to really be in the energy of finessing somebody. Okay, there could be like substances heavily involved here. This person could have Gemini placements. These substances could actually be a telltale sign of reasons behind bodily functions or dysfunction, should I say, even regarding the back end, this is not sexy, to be clear, or spicy, but it is coming out in the cards, all right. And we're talking about they hit that, right? But will they split? Like, are they gonna leave? Are they gonna stick around, right? Because sometimes you want to know these things, duh, right? And if this is your pile number one, whether you have Virgo, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Aries, or Aquarius energy or not, let me just make sure I got them all. I mean, you guys could have shared friends, shared tattoos, um, definitely shared energy. You could have had a toxic, codependent situation with substances with this person. Yeah, because I see failure on drug tests and ish coming out. And, what you're talking about, all of the things that can be part and parcel of a lifestyle of someone that, would just freely burn their anything, right? You have to question things like mental health there. And I get it, it's because this guy makes me think of like Lil Peep, right? And I fucking love Lil Peep, like, to be clear. Like, I really have a special place in my heart, not because I knew him in a like physical way, like in within this reality, but in the sense of knowing what I do know, and I'm really speaking in code, and knowing the high level of injustice that still is in the air regarding that particular person. So, to be clear, I'm not coming for anybody, right? But long story short, even speaking in code here, some of the issues behind the glorification of some of the issues behind someone who presents like that, chills on that. You get what I'm saying here, right? You do have to question mental health, right? And at the same time that you can be questioning mental health, you're like, damn, he's hot, like she's fine, right? I get it. So this could have been a situation, pile number one, where it is what it is. There could be some significance to the strip club. Doesn't have to be the case, but there damn sure could be some significance to a lap dance. There could have been reservations made or a romantic situationship. I'm hearing Skytop or yeah, I'm hearing Skytop. Is that a bar? Skytop, I almost wanted to make it like, oh, that must mean like rooftop. There could have been like a rooftop situation, whether it was a like a bar or restaurant or not. Um, but you definitely, do understand that you went on at least a date for a time, a night, with this person, and of course penetration was a thing, right? This is giving like pretty standard stuff. I don't know that you have too much to write home about in the sexual department, but as far as their preference, they do enjoy the chesticles, whatever that means for you, whether guy, girl, what have you. All right, there could be some significance to Capricorn energy, fire sign energy. All right, heavy earth and fire here. This is a soulmate of yours. But here's a sitch. Kind of speaking in line with that glorification, right? Um, the pull will be there because your soul's like, oh man, this is the vibe. Like the vibe's not lying. Like I know you. Like I know I fuck with you, right? But at the same time, in this incarnation, this lifespan, this moon cycle, right? Is it the vibe? Well, it's giving, according to them, not to the point that they could stay around. This could also simultaneously be, if we're keeping it funky, according to divine. And that's where you kind of really can't get your panties or your boxers in a bunch because it's like, do you not want divine protection? Right? If we're talking spicy, we should be talking protection anyhow, right? But divine protection trumps any kind of other protection you may require, okay, to use or experience. Just saying. So when you see or feel evidence, all right, I'm saying evidence, not good vibes in the sense of happy emotions all the time about this protection, but when you see and feel evidence of that protection, like, oh, there's a block here, right? This person can't seem to stay around my energy here. Uh-huh. Right? You learn to start rejoicing because you learn to start transmuting that um perception of that experience into hard evidence that you are divinely backed and protected. And so it doesn't have to be the same emotional roller coaster, because this person is not sticking around, honey. Pile number one, just saying, okay? There could be some significance with the soulmate energy connecting to ancient Egypt, all right? Now, there could be also some significance even in like real, like, what do I want to say? Real. In reality, okay, for this incarnation, right? To Wisconsin, Milwaukee specifically. There could be some significance to Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Richmond, Virginia, Montana, Kansas. All right. This could also be a situation where some of these particular places are connected to like athletes, sports teams that one or more of you do enjoy in this life. Okay. We've also got Hawaii and New York come out. All right. And you're being guided to basically just do you, babe, keep exploring, right? Like it's like there's other fish in the sea, you know what I mean? There could be some significance to the names Tom or Sam, all right, whether guy, girl, what have you. Okay, but that Sam doesn't have to be a one-sided gender situation. And I was guided to the Serendipity Tarot deck for the piles tonight, you guys. To be clear, we're not really like using them as the tarot. Spirit will often have me pull from her particular deck because of the like normalized photographs, right, that are depicted. And I feel like compared to most tarot decks even, that there is a lot of inclusivity in here. So I do trust that, Spirit knows what Spirit knows, and we're going to get into this and see either the likeness of that of you and or the person on your mind here, for those that resonate with pile number one, and then I will be ringing the bell for the freebies. No worries, okay? So you guys, again, because those that read, we're not literally reading these cards, okay? It's really about the pictures, whether to help you identify that, yep, your energy is in there, or yep, their energy is in there, for confirmation of what you already know here. To be clear, please utilize your intuition. Okay. There could be some significance to the occupations and or goings on. There's heavy beach vibes connected to pile number one too, as well. I noticed. Hold on one second. I mean, just off of this first one that came out alone, I was like, wow, that's a lot of energy. And then it was like two cards later, here you are in a hammock. You know what I mean? It's like it's giving, it's at the same resort. Maybe there's some significance to a resort, reservations connecting to that even, right? All right. And now here's the sitch, you guys. If you're saying, oh my gosh, I can't find any picture that would make sense for me or my person, but you know damn well that you and or your person's energy is connected into pile one, it is what it is, babe, right? You gotta utilize that intuition. Makes sense? All right, so we got through pile number one. Pretty easy peasy breezy. And again, maybe this person is even that crossbody person makes me think of like a messenger bag as well, right? Doesn't have to be boxed into one gender role, just saying. All right, for pile number one. All right, you got to jump out of an airplane. That's pretty cool. You should if you took pictures, submit it to the community page. We'd all love to see that. That's pretty cool. Much love and light. That's pretty cool. Years ago, I would say that was on my bucket list. In current energies, I go, it's so funny that you should come on and say something like that, because I kid you not, the other night I couldn't sleep and I was like laying there going, yeah, I wonder if I would actually do it now. Like, would I actually jump out of a plane? Like, because I don't know, something about it just seems like so death and rebirthy kind of thing. Like, just like a whole freaking energetic reset, like a whole new like gratitude for life. You know what I mean? Like, would you like did you kiss the ground by the time you got back down to it? Like, and I just wonder these things, like, would I actually like would I do that? That and bungee jumping. But I feel like if I had to, like, if I was gonna set myself up to bungee jump, you guys, ain't no way I'm doing it without it being like over like water, most likely. I don't know. I just figure, I don't know. I feel like I don't want it to be just over land, or like if you're hanging me off a bridge, man, there better be probably not like turf under there. I'd rather water. I just say. All right, let's see here. Will you get good increment? Okay, let's see here. Ooh, Yaza, it's a very celebratory yes, babe. All right. So continue to do, what you feel is wanted there, like what you feel like would make you stand out as well, like in an honorable way. And know your stuff. Just continue to do basically, as you've been. But if you do feel like, okay, well, maybe I could add these things to my resume, or add this, I don't really know exactly. I don't remember. I feel like you told me too, but I don't recall exactly what your profession is. But that's a very celebratory yes. All right. This could have been a long, this could have been, I think, you know what, Yasa? I think that if you do have a history, or if there was like one time where it seemed like maybe they were like questioning, like, are you able to stay here kind of thing, or like, are you a good fit? I do see in current energies that basically they're of the mindset that no, you definitely have, if there were past issues, you've definitely learned from them, and they don't look to see you as problematic. Okay. So good job, babe. All right. Okay, let me see here about this paperwork here, Sean. Okay. That's a yes at the 10 of wands. It's just claim it like it is. Claim it like it's now. Do you know what I mean? I know that this card can also talk about great burden, but I mean, you already went through that. You're at the 10. You see what I'm saying? It's about the break. Look at that. It's literally the chills, man. Like, it's about to break. Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Sean. Wow. Good on you for that. All right. Shoot. If people would realize on a personal note how valuable strength is, it actually trumps money. You know how many people need money to stay strong? Man, there's something about, as lately I've just been on like this personal like tip of like, okay, let me see how I can spin this to what it really is, instead of looking at this illusion bullshit about life, right? And I'm like, ain't no way some of them millionaire billionaires could even handle what I've already overcome, lived through, and experienced. You know what I mean? And they got access to damn near everything, right? But at the same time, it's like, would you give that up for the strength that you carry? Like, you know what I like? And I'm like, yeah, there's power there. You know what I'm saying? Power trumps paper. Oh, see? Next time, Sean, you gotta ask yourself, why did you go nervous first, though? You know what I mean? Because if you can get an answer to that, then hopefully you can perform a little bit of a deepened, peaceful preventative maintenance down the line, if and when you should need to remember how you don't always have to go negative first, if that makes sense, or that you don't always have to fear first. And that's not me coming for you, babe. Like, this is real shit. Like, I work through this too, and I'm like, I put myself like through this same shit too, in the sense of like, I really want to put my best foot forward. I really want to like cut the shit and like get to like the why of some of the things that I have the need to get to the why about, right? Like, I take myself and my life seriously. I take my body seriously. I take my money seriously. I take my time seriously. I didn't always, even though I used to think in a lot of certain ways, and I had intentions to actually be protective of, and to be wise about certain things, right? But we're not here to know everything always, anyways, right? Of course, while I didn't know, I was still learning so that I could be able to one day help somebody else out. So, and I don't regret any aspects, but at the same time, I really want to just, you know, work smart, not just hard, right? So when I catch glimpses, and me too, I'm not, this is a judgment free zone, to be clear. I'm just sharing because I feel like sometimes we have to talk about these things because they're life changing, but at the same time they're sometimes triggering to, like, even try to think through to get to the bottom root, right? But you guys, when you keep dumbing it down, like, why did I, like, if I'm being honest, like, if I interview myself and I don't lie, right? Why did I fear? And there is a reason there, and it's not something that you should be shame filled about, right? It's just something that you can empower yourself through on the other side, man, and maybe even help others. You can come on here and teach a master class. You know what I'm saying? I want that for all of us. You know what I mean? So just saying. But because the thing is, you guys, the second that you do kind of go, uh-oh, your heart sinks into your chest, or it's literally a vibrational frequency change. Is it for the better? No. And that's why I want to talk about it to the point where we don't talk about it so much, because we just know we've overcome some of those hurdles and jump through some of those hoops to the other side of glory, right? Because damn it, we deserve that. We deserve to live a life and a lifestyle and think thoughts and have mindsets and mentalities about ourselves that do not rock us and or our peace. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine what life would be if your peace was never rocked, right? You would just be so damn powerful. And you already are, just realizing that with the most clearest type of lens, right, gets you to some powerful experiences. Just saying. And I want that for all of us. I want that literally from the bottom of my heart. I mean that. I want that for each and every one of us. And I want us to be able to come on here and talk about it, and we do often. I'm not saying it like, oh my God, wish we could. No, we do. But thanks for coming on, okay? Because that helps us talk about it all the more, right? Thanks for sharing, you guys. But I mean, I know this was Sean's reading, but we can all resonate with Sean's statement about, I was got that in the mail, right? It's like, oh, you know, but be mindful, you guys, when you're looking at it, not necessarily in an emotional way, but in like a frequency way. And when you start realizing, like, it's like, would you want to, if your dreams, goals, and wishes, and your wishes fulfillment were wrapped up in a bag and in your hands, right? Would you want to drop it? I feel like no, because everything you came here for in the bag, right? So the way that you keep it, and allow for things to come in the most ease filled state, is to keep that vibration high, right? To not drop the bag. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know why I'm talking about bags, but love and light NSF. But I'm glad that everything worked out. And you know what, Sean? The last thing I just want to say about that, I would just learn, like, this is what I literally do, you guys. I go, okay, how can I make this higher vibes? Like, let's you guys, if Sean's statement about I was so nervous but everything worked out was an affirmation, and we had to look at it and be like, okay, how can we make it higher vibes? It would just be like everything worked out. You know what I'm saying? And when you teach yourself about that stuff and okay, I know which end of the sentence, I know which end of the affirmation, I know which end of the experience to hold on to, you start cutting down, like, to the root, all right, of the situation, where you're just literally top tier master manifester, because you're not working with all of the stagnancy, the extraness, the dead weight type of energy, mindset, and frequency. Okay, because everything worked out. And I love to talk about, I love to, I want to say it again, like everything worked out for Sean. Everything worked out for each and every one of us. It's already worked out. All is well. I love to talk about it because it's straight facts. And I know many of yours are like, yeah, well, when I look at my account, wish it was straight facts there. Well, you'd have to stop dropping the bag and you'd have to not look at your account for what's not there and instead just claim what you know is in there, right? Not what you're seeing, but what you know to be the reality of the situation is that it already worked out. Okay? I hope somebody's getting that. All right, cuz I want all of us to get that and rock with it. And not much else cuz much else is really talking about lower vibes, lower experiences, lesser than. You're too much to be living through a lesser than experience one more time. Seriously. All right, that's for all of us. It's already worked out. You said it right the first time, Sean. Because if you go back to, well, it will work out. Oh my God, we might be on a pending loop for another 13 years. You want that? Nobody wants that. Right? So it already worked out. So if it already worked out, it can't will work out. You know? And I say that I'm loving you through that. I'm not even picking on you. I don't even mean to come across as like being a jerk. I'm just saying think about it. I just invite you to think about that a little bit more. That's all. Love and Light Sugar Production. So, because hey, as we talk about this stuff, we all fortify what we already know about it. You know what I'm saying? And then you just action it out. You work a lot more smartly and less hard at getting your dreams, goals, and wishes fulfillment. All right. And each and every one of us deserves that. We all know what it's like to work hard. We all know what it's like to break our backs at a lot of stuff, right? Ain't no way we want to add manifestation, dreams, goals, and wish fulfillment to the pile. Like, are you serious? Right? So, and once you know these things and you just, it's not a one and done. I am not being judgy here, to be clear. And I too go through this on repeat, okay? As we should. It's a lifestyle here. All right. So to be clear, no shame, no judgment. Nobody needs to feel any kind of, bad way. That's not even the intention. The intention, if anything, is to make sure you get what you came here for. And so you guys know I'm very protective of my collective because I love each and every one of you guys. You each and every one of you matter to me. And you can ask Spirit about that. You can ask God, the universe, however you subscribe here, okay? To be clear, I do carry you guys in my heart. So I damn sure want y'all to win at everything, okay? And so you do, right? You just have to make the choice to see it that way so that you live it out that way, right? Not here to say you'll never maybe get a bad mark on a test or I'm not here to say you'll always get the person that you deem the apple of your eye, right? How many times have we made apples of our eyes over and over again, even just from one person to the next, right? And it took a few tries to get us to realize perhaps that, oh, that's not the one, right? I get it, you guys. But at the same time, should you be shooting yourself in the foot going, I'm always going to pick the wrong guy. I'm always going to pick the wrong girl. I'm always going to fail the test, right? Like, what would you live out there then? All of that and that shit, right? You're not here for shit. You are the shit, right? But you're not here to live out shit. Okay? Make sense? All right, let's see here, Raymond. Oh, okay, now let me see. I don't like the look of that Eight of Cups, Raymond. All right. I think, Raymond. Okay, here's the sitch, babe. I love you too, and you already know that, right? You better know that, Raymond. Okay? So, long story short, you're asking me if you will basically ever be in a new love relationship, right? And it's giving yes, but there's a major prerequisite, okay? And I don't know if it's also inclusive of, having a few drinks or not. I'm not coming for you. You don't need to out yourself if that's you. But if that is you, you need to listen to this message, okay? Long story short, you need to be pouring into your own cup, okay? So that you can get to a lighter version of yourself where you feel more capable, you feel more confident. If somebody would come to you, Raymond, and say, "Ugh, I don't like you," right? You're going, I don't even know why you stopped to like even express that. That's so sad for you in your life, right? You don't go, oh my god, nobody really I'm just never going to find a love, like you're not in that vibrational frequency anymore, right? Because you poured into you, right? You've walked away from mindsets and people, places, and maybe substances, I don't need to know, but it's giving that so that you get to the lighter, brighter, more balanced version of yourself, and you're ready to handle all of the love that most assuredly, all right, already exists for you. See, here's the thing, Raymond, if you're going, I don't have a lover, and in the back of your mind day and night you're going, I don't have a lover, I don't have a lover, I don't, the whole time you're telling the universe, I don't have anyone, I don't have anyone to love me, no one's gonna love me, right? And the universe goes, all right, damn, you don't want nobody? Like, just no, you don't want no one to love? Okay? So you need to just go within, Raymond, so that you can get the experience you definitely deserve on the outside of you, where someone outside of you comes and they go, Raymond, I love you so much. You know what? I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm grateful that you didn't run from one person, from one relationship to the next before we met, because it just makes what we got all the more special, right? Can't you believe in that, Raymond? Because if you can't believe in that being a possibility for you, then you're not going to experience that. And I don't mean to speak harshly. I just want you to get that, all right? Because if you can get that, then you're going to come to me within months and you're going to say, "You know what, love? You were freaking right. And guess what? I got a hot date tonight. And guess what? She wants me to meet her family." Like, you know what I'm like, it wouldn't be like anything you've ever known before, because what you've known before was not good enough for you to stick around. That's why it's not there in your face now. Hopefully that makes sense, babe. Okay. All right. So it's not a no in the sense of like, hell no, everybody but Raymond gets love. No, it's not that. But it's definitely like you need, your higher self is asking you to take a look at what all you are and what all you got going, and love yourself through that so that you can get ready for the happiness and the love that is coming your way. And both of these other cards, all right, this was the no, right? If we're talking substances, it's giving a no, walk away. If we're talking mindsets that don't help, because you're screaming out to the universe, to God, to the divine, you don't want anyone to love because you're going, I don't have anyone, I don't have anyone, I don't have, okay? Then this is the no card. The other two are big, fat, ginormous yeses. You want that. Okay? So just honor the path that you're on, because the divine is not going to say, you know what? Guess what, buddy? You're here to learn and grow your soul. But since you don't want to do that, you just don't gotta. And here's all of the rewards. It's not a situation that's designed that way. And I think it's probably part and parcel of that same divine protection we talk about all the time. That'd be like trying to give a toddler, its first Mercedes Benz, and expecting it to drive you down the block to the nearest ice cream parlor. Like that's logical, and like the toddler's capable. It would be really weird if the toddler was capable of driving, and especially a Mercedes, just saying, like, or anything, okay? And so you have to do the work, babe, okay? But you're worth doing the work. I don't know why there's a disconnect there. You know what I mean? Because you're worthy of doing the work. And the way you can tell is because you want the love of your life, kind of thing. It's automatically meaning simultaneously, go figure, that you're very much worthy of receiving that, okay? But you can't receive something in a mindset of lack, Okay, because the lack mindset goes, I don't have it, and it translates into an experience where you just don't have it because you're just so focused on not having that, so you don't have that, and that's your experience and that's your truth, right? But if you want to spin it around to the point where you're doing the silver lining program, I like to call it, and it goes, okay, I am love. How could I not be love when I'm connected to source, the all in all, the ultimate, God, Goddess, Holy Spirit, however you subscribe here, Raymond, and anyone else who can make sense of that. Here's another thing. Since you are connected to all of that, there is no severability because that's not the way that works. You can't be part of something or someone without there being an energetic exchange, without there being frequency presence there. Okay, when you start dumbing it down to the root of how you are not in lack, it's just your perception, your believability is going, yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am, yes, I am, to the point where your power, all right, because you're nobody here is small potatoes, just to be clear. And this life is far more spiritual. Okay, you're connecting to divine life force existence. That's pretty powerful. It's again trumping money. You know what I'm saying? So you are powerful enough to kind of shoot yourself in the foot, whether you're aware of that or not. I'm here not to be judgy. I'm here to bring you to the awareness of that so that you can actually correct your course because you can and you will. All right. Especially if you're still here listening, Raymond. Just saying. Okay. So again, the yes is still a yes. It stands for you. But please be mindful of the rest of that message. All right, and get to it, babe. You are worthy. I don't know who told you or taught you, perhaps. All right, and we've all got our somebodies, okay, trying to say we're not worthy, we're not right, we're not even connected to divine. Could you imagine if we believed all the lies and projections, if we believed all of the ignorance, right? And that's kind of what we're talking about when we say, hey, if you believe to the point where you make some shit truth, that's going to be the shitty truth that you live out. You know what I mean? Because your power of belief alone can really make or break a situation, can really make your life and your path beautiful or not so. Okay, and that's why we talk about these things. And you're not the only one, Raymond. Gosh, I talked to myself about some of the very things that I have to talk to you about, to be clear about myself. um but if I walked around going I'm single, if I walked around going, nobody loves me, I would just damn sure stay single. And, I wouldn't even be loving towards myself going, nobody loves me. Knowing damn well I'm here with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, exactly. You got it, Raymond. And I knew you could get it. All right. That's why I'm so passionate about it, babe. So thank you for understanding my heart in it. I really do love you guys, and I'm here for you guys. I'm not here for me. If I had my way, I'd probably be asleep by now, right? I've done a lot of work over these past few days. So, it just is what it is. And we all got our part to play. But man, we're all capable, even on the days where we're wondering, are we? Yes, we are. We're too much. No small potatoes. All right. And you're very welcome, Sean. I love you guys. Um, Now let me see here. NS or excuse me, NSF. Okay, let me see. Ooh, before November. Or I mean before the 20th. Okay, let me see here. 20th. Something's coming through about so this is the answer, right? I think the issue is the time frame. And I know that there's like a lot writing on this. This is giving like, okay, clarifying what this is about would be at least stability, housing, right? Um, just, expenses for the home, etc., right? Well, there's something about the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, and now the High Priestess being at the bottom of the deck, where I don't know if you were mulling over whether or not you should reach out to like family or, maybe like a mother figure or a sibling of sorts, or a cousin, because they maybe could assist you in the meantime until that comes in, if that makes sense. There could also be a change in okay, so there could have been I don't know if there was like a job loss here or what, but there's some aspect about like or this could have been the ending. This could be government connected too, I guess, with the shutdown. But with the Page of Wands, okay, it's ending on a good note with good news, all right, whether or not the familial connections made sense about that, but it's giving about that 20th. I asked again, it's giving no, and that's literally the Five of Pentacles, so I think it's the date. All right, if you're looking for a new position, that is coming through, but I don't know that that's going to be like, oh, by the 20th. It's like in the interim, if you can, if you feel the need, I mean, you got to trust your own intuition, but it was just giving like, if worst came to worst, you might want to have like a backup plan where it's like, okay, maybe I can ask somebody in the family or give them a heads up, like I might need help, if you could, or how could you guys help if I need it temporarily, because it's damn sure given temporarily. Okay. All right. So let me see here. One second. Oh, 1 second. This is coming in soon. This feels like it's going to be I think it's probably part of a reward for closing out a cycle of sorts here, and I don't really mean just the job situation. I think you've been making improvements, like putting your best foot forward mentally, trying to, retrain the brain. And that is definitely, you guys, to be clear, not a once and done. Like, I wish to God it was a lot. Okay. But I'm not here to lie to you guys. um, but with this Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit, I think that you are well underway. I think that you are very much in alignment, even though it doesn't sound like, look like, or feel like it. Okay. But look at this. You are, oh, I've got chills all over. You have something connected to the new position, the money, and also, whatever else you were asking about specifically regarding the 20th. There's something like, it's like better than or faster than or just some sort of surprise energy connected to that, because they want it to feel like, it's like, don't you want to feel special? Like if somebody got you a gift, it's like, do you want to know what I got you today before I send it in the mail? It's like, no, send it to me in like the package, like, right, So good on you for retraining your brain, babe. Thank you. Because as you do that, you help so many more people that you probably will never even know. Just on it. We're all connected. That's why we talk about collective, right? And soul family and things like that. And even regarding soulmates, you have so many soulmates roaming the earth. Because we're all essentially in our own ways cut from the same cloth, I guess is maybe a way to say it. Oh, one of the ways you could say it. And so, thank you for doing the work, you guys. Thank you, NSF, and anyone else who can resonate with really putting your best foot forward. I can see it in the cards, you guys. I love to talk about it because it's not something necessarily easy, and it's not even something that you can run to just anybody to be like, guess what I did today. So I was thinking a little dirty and then I turned it around. Like, people are not going to give a fuck every time, you know what I mean? Or they might get jealous. How can you do that? Well, why, who told you, who taught you to do, you know what I mean? And it's just, you gotta really just be protective of your energy. I get that, but here I do enjoy that we do have a space where we can share our wins, you guys. I celebrate your wins the same that you celebrate mine, I'm sure, right? I appreciate you too as well. Much love and light. All right, so I think we're good to go on pile number 2. And this could be for the sneakerheads out there. Maybe you're connected or you were connected to one. All right. So you hit, they hit. Okay. Could be some significance to what time is it? 4:49, I guess. We'll do for pile number 3 or for pile number 2. Help! Mercury. Ugh. Okay. Um Hold on, because I forgot to do the OCD thing. I can do it. I feel all slow right now. What is this energy? Ugh. Why would somebody in sneakers be slow? Let me stop. But anyways, could be some significance to the blue too. The color blue. Or emotions. Pile number 2. You good? Huh. All right, so we're looking at perhaps an Aries. There's a lot coming through for the Aries. All right, we've got Cancer, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, and Libra. So heavy on the Aries. Hold on one second. Oh, pile number 2. You know what's crazy? The way that worked out, huh? So they hit it, you hit it, all right, and the question is, will they quit it? And I'm not gonna lie to you, pile number 2, whether you resonate with those placements, whoever you're talking about, here's a sitch. I think you're dealing with somebody in page energy, if I do say so myself. It's interesting. This 4 of Cups from the Cocaine Tarot is definitely giving what I would define as page energy. Someone who maybe even regarding serious type of things approaches with almost like a juvenile type of energy, lighthearted you might say, but it's kind of giving a little bit more annoying than just lighthearted, because it's like, dude, like, could you like, this is like somebody that just really might even come off a little uncouth, you might say. Not trying to be judgy, just trying to read the energy, just saying. um and there could be some significance to Rihanna, because whether you look like her or not, okay, it's just giving that they understand that you are. This is like how you might say. I don't know why I'm hearing dime piece, right? Like you are giving main person character, yes, but also you could actually be looked at as like having celebrity essence, celebrity energy, or that, it's like, well, hell, I'd watch you on the TV, right, kind of thing. But this person does not seem to match your energy, right? This person maybe even does not seem to always be paying attention to you, kind of thing. But at the same time, they do not have it in their heart to actually um trade you for much of anyone else, okay? And it's funny because it's like the question, I mean, the answer to the question is no, that they will not quit, right? They're not trying to enter Splitsville with you, right? But at the same time, this no is saying things are not as they seem. It's like this person, you might think like, man, do they even take me seriously? They just so not serious all the time, just play too much, right? So there could be some significance to Travis Scott as well, because this guy is giving, right? I almost was like, is that ASAP with Riri? But no, that's gotta be Travis. This person maybe doesn't even like say too much. It's giving like their conversation would be consisting of things like, I don't know, weird fun facts, jokes, not really like deep introspection type of stuff. And if they are performing that type of stuff out mentally, they're keeping it in. Okay. Um there could be some significance to also like in your history, you guys kind of like easing into things, whether this was because of you or them or both of you, in a joint effort here. But even with the like foreplay activities and things, it's giving, you know, a whip and a flick of a towel, right? During some chores, all right. There could be some significance as well to the lifestyle or the, should I say, mentality? It's like, okay, like, you know how people have to do things like vacuum, dust, mop, do laundry, right? But it's like this person could be like, yeah, but babe, this is our crib, so we get to do it naked, you know, like things like this. All right. But at the same time, when you look at the history of things, you guys did not just like immediately jump into the fire, the flame, the sack here. All right. But yes, you did the damn thing, and you do the damn thing, even according to their viewpoint here. And whatever you do when you having your meal down there, whether Geiger, what have you, you do the damn thing. Uh-huh. And there's no complaints there. And there's no complaints whether they have you, you know, focus more on the back end or vice versa. There's no complaints whether they gotta do stuff looking into your face and your eyes. And there's no complaints when the backs of knees are on tops of shoulders. Just saying, like, it's good. It's good with wine. It's good without wine. Okay. And there seems to be a healthy type of connectivity there when it comes to sexual relations and favors. All right, pretty even out there. I love to see it, okay, because that's kind of a rare gem if I do say so. Like, what you mean? Like, you. All I'm saying is, ain't nobody just laying there, you know what I'm saying, or just doing the motions. Okay, there's way more to it. And there could be some significance to whether this is you or your person. The names Jess as well as Nadia came out, okay? And this you will resonate with if this is your pile. You would know that this particular connection actually takes the cake. And this is giving like winner, end game, end goal energy. And I do see that that is a shared sentiment, okay? So maybe both of you have some sort of rocky past regarding lovers, sitch type vibes, okay? And yeah, so places of significance, interestingly enough, coming out for you. We've got London with Big Ben. All right. Could be some significance. Maybe, you know, you live or are connected to there now, currently. But we also got what I do believe is both France and Rome aspects of civilization and timelines coming out as well. Whether you want to connect that to past life energy shared with you or not. This could be physical locations that you've traveled or will travel to in this incarnation. Okay. So, looks like you've got a good one. Do tell. I mean, we all need to live vicariously to some degree. Let me stop. Um, so you guys, I'm gonna close out pile number 2 with the Serendipity Tarot. And again, to be clear, just for those readers out there, we're not talking about the tarot. We are looking at the pictures. All right, just for confirmation of aspects of archetypes, aspects of lifestyle and or career, perhaps hobbies. Okay, as well as the aesthetic. All right, on the part of either yourself here, collective member, and or your person. Somebody here could like skulls or steampunk type of vibes. Gosh, Mercury. Blibbity blibbity blab. There's a lot that came out for this pile, for pile number 2. Wouldn't that be crazy if it was like, like I hold this up, like this isn't my tarot deck, but like I hold it up and somebody goes, "That's me." That'd be kind of creepy. You're like, "Oh my god." Ay ay ay. So yep, that's what we got for pile number 2. And if anyone is still eligible to receive their free tarot message, please do be a dear and pop your question in according to the live stream rules. All right. If not, we're just going to go roll right on over into pile number 3 to close out tonight's spicy tarot session. All right. Um, it wasn't too spicy tonight, you guys. Because it was like, I think the significance here is, someone looking for confirmation, of either what their intuition is already telling them, or what their intuition is already telling them, right? And not necessarily next steps on next positions. All right, it changes from one session to the next, even of the spicy tarot. So for those that are like, wait a minute, this is kind of, I don't know, I feel like on a personal note it seems kind of vanilla, but at the same time I do enjoy the message, and I do enjoy that. Pile number two, man, you guys seem like you're gonna make it. Okay, I love that for you. I love love, so don't mind me. Gotta hydrate. All right, if there aren't any in the box, okay, then we're just gonna go right on into pile number three. Pile number three, we gotta talk, okay? Long story short, you've got a couple of maybes, all right, as to whether or not this person that hit is going to actually split. All right, so we're gonna talk about it, and we need to, because collective member, you're coming out as high priestess energy, all right, as you should, right? So that means you can't be fucking around with a page, whether they got a cup, a glass, or not. All right. Love and light, Jay. So, there could be some significance to Troye Sivan. There could be some significance to, I'm gonna mess up her name, Feruza. Feruza, I forget her last name from The Craft. She was another. I think she was also in The Water Boy. Is it Feruza? Should know her name. Um, Here's the sitch, though, right? This person is capable of being in emperor energy, which is definitely a big step up. Okay, it's not necessarily um your hierophant energy, but really, I think, long story short, the reason why it's not coming through is like this person has the capability of becoming the hierophant energy. Hear me out, is because the hierophant came out, all right, to indicate that basically divine daddy god, as it were, is definitely behind the scenes assisting this person, okay, and this connection. I think that this connection still is open to stand. And what I mean by that, if pile number three, you resonate this to be you and perhaps your twin flames energies, right? This would be the contract still stands in current energies, right? And I think that that's, otherwise, this person could very much have the capability of being your match. And from what I see here, that should be the case according to divine right, role, and agenda. Now at the same time, I'm seeing that these maybes are coming out because if y'all are like still talking, y'all are all over the place. This person could have tried to, in current energies, replace you, right? This person could have up to three women. Well, hold on a second. You would be the third in that grouping, right? So again, page shit. You see what I mean? Whole time you're giving like, and this is like one of those situations where it's like, it's really not you, other than you needing to learn the lesson about your worth and adding tax, right? Not accepting crumbs, not accepting lesser than. And I get it, because there could very much be a pull here, okay? Especially if you know this person to be your soulmate, your twin, your twin flame. But at the same time, it's like they have lessons too. And that's why you do see the Hierophant energy coming out with the come through, like I almost just went into some channel shit, bro. I was like, boy, you better come, like, it's I don't know who talks like that. Maybe somebody ancestor, because I don't think it's the Hierophant. Just if we wanted to come through, like, boy, you better get. It's like get back in line or in alignment, right? Because this ain't it. You can't have these two go out and even look like they should be at the same table. I mean, man can't even. I mean, it seems like he can't even handle what he got going. You know what I'm saying? And then when you add it to the mix, I mean, this is way more than just sprinkling Sazon. You know what I'm saying? Like you a whole snack, a meal, like you know what I'm saying? You main person, you that bish, that you know what I mean? So, there it's not a match. You know what I mean? When it's like this, it's not giving. Okay. Um, but with the two of coins coming out with this emperor on the other side of that daddy god energy, right? Backing you, divine high priestess, whether guy, girl, what have you, to be clear, talking energy. Therein is the incoming balance. All right, the incoming ascension, perhaps. There could be some significance to Yeshua. All right, this person could be like religious and you spiritual, right? Um, there's balance needed, balance of perception, balance of energetic frequency, the vibe. Okay, and I think that's why these maybes are coming out. Now let me see what it's saying here on these cards. It says you may not be there quite yet. Taking a break is the best course of action right now. So you guys could this is giving Ross Geller vibes. We were on a break. you know. Um that's so interesting because maybe that is actually synchronistic. I mean, I said this person could be trying to like replace you, move on, right? Could be having the Rolodex rolling around, eeny, meeny, miny, right? Mo, is that you? No, he's but this other maybe says personal growth and healing that can occur in the relationship. Through the relationship, you can uncover more about your true self. And this is also uh, connecting to the high priestess energy here, right? The other connecting to that of the hermit. Really both learning lessons here. So can you be mad at that when you're here to learn lessons? You're not here just to hug on, love on, tug on, rub on this person, right? I mean, this life is far more spiritual. And I tell you guys every chance I get, the divine uses things that we really care about, that we really think feel good and sound good and smell good and all of that, right? To get our attention to learn some of these lessons, right? Otherwise, it might be really like pulling teeth, okay, to get us to learn lessons all the more, right? So it is what it is, right? This person or you could be a Sagittarius, Scorpio, Capricorn, Taurus, heavy on that Cappy goat energy. All right, we've got Gemini, Pisces, if I didn't already say it. Okay, heavy on the Pisces. I think we had a couple of Cancers too. Hold on one second. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Some of you, this could be a boss, or you could work with this person. This person made you wonder if you lost your sex appeal. And it's like, no, this person just needed to learn lessons and was simultaneously assisting you with learning them too. Right? I mean, I'm hearing, I can make you love me if you don't. Right? And it's like you can't make someone love you if they're not capable. And also they could love you and still not be capable of matching the energy. Makes sense? And you have to be honest about that, right? And so, interestingly enough, usually, not every time, right? Not right away, even always, okay? But usually on the other side of you realizing that and surrendering, if that mofo don't come back straightened up and shined up all pretty and stuff and really on that straight and narrow, right, then divine is going to insert someone else in there and you'll be like better off for it. It's still a win-win-win-win-win, right? It's really only a loss if we get stuck in the illusion that okay, can't make them love me. If they don't, but I could try this way. It's like, no, no. Who said that in the back? Like, no, we're not. We're done. Okay. We don't. All right. But there could be some significance to use having cooked naked, or maybe that was a request of theirs. They do love to uh, partake of your meal. They also love to play with their food a lot. And there could be some hella significance to playing with food and fire. And what I mean by that is for those that resonate with being um, having a uterus that has some monthly needs, okay, they don't mind. They just look at it as the sauce of the month, I guess. I don't know. It's coming through. That's not everybody's something, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But didn't want to not mention it when it's glaring through the cards. Just saying. Whew, if you know, you know. All right. So places, okay, that came out for you. I'm saying places, and I'm looking at these three cards. Two of them say your journey awaits, make memories all over the world, and really only one place came out, Italy. Love and light, Spoonie. Love and light, Teresa. So maybe you guys will definitely, maybe you've talked about going to Italy. Maybe you definitely make it there. All right, for those that resonate with pile number 3. And to be clear, right now you're not talking. I get it, okay? But here's the sitch. This is giving endgame. All right, they made cards about it. Okay. And your back end of the story, right? Not right now, okay? But to be clear, the hope should still be attached here because the situation, and it's almost like I want to get emotional. It's almost like a promise from God, a promise from divinity in current energies, according to current divine right, role, and agenda. It's giving Daddy God is going to get off the throne, basically, for this person to actually fix their shit. Not in the sense of the throne is no longer a thing, but in the sense of, boy, if you don't, like, it's giving somebody is going to be kind of redirected in the most perhaps tough love type of situation. Here's the thing, some people ask to be rerouted in the sense of tough love because it's necessary for them, maybe with the way that their brain works or the way that it doesn't, right? Maybe with their personal experiences, their upbringing, their culture, right? It's like that's what gets them to connect finally, right? It's not about the love being less. It's just, if anything, a bold aspect of love, right? And so Daddy God is going to show some boldness, all right, with the way that this person is loved by divine. Okay, so we're not here to like shit on anybody because that would be like shitting on divine. We don't do that. That's why we don't even shit on ourselves no more. You know what I'm saying? And we don't let nobody else try to come through with the come through trying it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, because we know how serious that is. That's a serious offense. Like, ain't no way you gonna be talking about divine forces all day, shitting on them, and then talking around other people that want to help you shit on them too, and then go, "Dear God, it's me again. Please, can I have the Ferrari now?" Like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? Also, what are you saying and what are you talking about? You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Be intentional about that. All right. But this person on the straight and narrow path, on the right and proper trajectory, in the new earth energy, in the new version of self energy, okay, is going to be a match, all right, at the soul level, at the intellectual level, and at the comedic timing level, which I love for you. Shoot, I could not imagine a world without laughter, just like I couldn't imagine a world without, music and art. And so it's so funny because all evening I've been saying, hey, we're using Serendipity Tarot, but not for the tarot, right? But I promise you, Spirit said for pile number 3, I got to use it. Here's a big, fat, ginormous Ace of Swords. This speaks to clarity, truth, all right, as well as a new cycle, all right, in a healthful state. One where you're not on guard because you don't feel like you can trust the other. All right. And this is talking about really something that you've not yet known with them. In the past, it's giving, yeah, this is kind of working. It's like, shoot, I mean, I can't make him love me, but I can put the, I can't make her love me, but I can, and it didn't sustain, right? Because you had to learn the lesson that that's not, this ain't life, this ain't love. It's not even loving. Even though you say and you do believe and you do intend to love someone, if you're placing chains on them and it has anything to do with something restrictive, right? Like clenching onto, leeching onto, latching onto, right? Then that's not love. It's not loving either, and it's not healthy. Makes sense, right? And but this person, for what it's worth, because again, current energies, it's given this mofo is just out there, just living the best life, just on and off Hinge and Tinder and Hopper and whatever else they got going on. No, I don't even know if Hopper's real, but it might be. Shoot. Hopper.com. Let me stop. But they know you're the one. Like, there's no, I mean, how are you going to, you got all these biddies here. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? Whether guy, girl, what have you. I'm just saying you can see from the imagery that somebody's standing out here. And you know what's crazy? It's kind of hard to stand out when you've got others like crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually if somebody cries, all heads roll like, oh, who's a what? You crying? Right? And nobody even sees them crying because you're like, anytime you're around, it's like, damn, look at that. People got glint in their eyes. They can't see anyone else's tears. You know what I mean? Like, and this is what this person eventually, if not now, right? Because general collective still for pile number 3 will see about you, okay? Or they do see about you, all right? Um, so we're going to get to the archetypes here and then close out, all right, with that final bell call in just a few. Bear with. There is some significance to, gosh, I'm like, do I call this Art Deco, Victorian? This could be actually connecting to Italy. Maybe there is some sort of significance to like home decor or art or the taste of this type of aesthetic, or even just like the white on white. I love that, you guys. I'm like, oh, my house is so phenomenally clean, right? Just white on white on white. It just feel all free flowing and shit, right? Ain't no real restriction. It's like, that's not a restriction, it's just a wall, right? Because I have been in some dark and tight places, not talking in the spicy sense, but in the sense of like habitation, like, ugh, right? Like, you just almost want to climb out of the four walls, right? And this person also, um whether guy, girl, what have you, could also, I'm hearing to say, operate in their feminine energy a lot. And see, I think that might have been also the situation why they felt like maybe you should compete. Like, knowing dead ass, like, what was the competition? Like, if this the competition, this the prize. You know what I'm saying? Like, make, you know what I'm saying? Like, these mofos are lined up and don't even have it. You know what I mean? But this person could have been like, well, used to, maybe they do have some looks to them, right? And or a resume about them, whatever that means. I'm not literally talking about like just simply and solely in the business sense, if that makes sense, okay? But it's like, they used to certain talk and walk, and you know what I'm saying, and especially if this is like masculine versus feminine here. I mean, there are a lot of different archetypes of many kinds out there, and there are some people pleasers. Oh yes, you like marmalade on your lamb chops? Okay, honey, right? The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, kind of vibes, and it's like. But the thing is, even when you get all of that, okay, and it can check many of these boxes that this person could have, ain't no way that the energy is giving this. And you know, they may be in current energies right now when you're receiving this message. If you're watching this, you know, even outside of the live stream, they do come around. It's almost like this, like how you would say like God's plan, right? This promise even, okay? And you could know this even with this Queen of Wands, all right? Or excuse me, I meant to say Queen of Cups. Victory with the Six of Wands, though. It's so interesting. I'm not even intending to read these as the tarot. We're going to close out with who was that even in the frame? We're going to close out with who um, may be likened to that of either you here, collective member, and or your person. There could be some significance to like extreme urban areas, okay? Even Dubai comes to mind. I know we talked about Italy. There could be some significance to, you know, ring fingers. I'm saying ring fingers. Hold on. That's not even a ring finger. It's a ring on a finger. What would that mean, though? Maybe somebody has like one of those. How do you say this word? Signet. SIGNET. I know how to spell it. Signet ring. Or like a high school ring, or like a ring that means something connecting to like organization. I'll stop it there. Just saying. I don't know why. I'm hearing somebody could be a dancer as well. Oh, this is the world card. There could be some significance to travel. Somebody could have to travel for work. But you guys, you literally, on the other side of closing out this cycle, all right? You literally, look, it says your journey awaits. Make memories all over the world. But long story short, whether anybody looks like this or not, this person thinks about you a lot. And it's crazy because the whole time right now, it's giving this. You crying and him moving on, moving and shuffling, right? Or being with someone else, you know, for the time being. You got to know, I mean, that this is not everybody's story, okay? But at the same time, this is giving, these biddies are like, how you would say, placeholders. And you know what? Sometimes you want to enjoy a placeholder because they'll teach your mofo a lesson that you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine if you had to just do it all the time? You might be more tired than you think you are now. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. So that's what I have for pile number 3. All right, so that's the closeout for the session. Last call for the bell, you guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out, coming back, and all of that jazz, being here with your girl. All right, let me scroll back to see if I missed over anyone. Was not intentional. All right, let's see here. About your date, Jay. What's a date? No, let me stop. I'm trying to figure out if I actually ever have. I'm like, in my mind, I probably thought I did. Let me stop. Oh, well, it ain't about me. No worries. Here, I'm trying, Jay. Hold on. I'm trying. Oh, here we go. Ooh. It's given maybe if you keep it positive, right? Keep it easy. Like the maybe came out in full force and effect. I'm like, and no, but the bottom. Yay. All right. Just be authentic and be positive, right? Because shoot, this could be an offer you can't refuse. Just saying. Moving on to calmer waters, maybe experiences like you've not known before in like the most pleasurable and highest vibes sense of that ideology. Just saying. All right, so it's given. Yeah, you laughing. I'm like, you better go have the best date you've ever had. Shoot. Tell me all about it. No, let me stop. Like, what'd you eat? What was he wearing? Were the shoes shiny? Let me stop. I have questions. Y'all gonna fuck around and have me do spicy tarot every week just to keep up. No, let me. Could you imagine? Y'all would stop coming on like, I don't have a question. Don't ask me none. I'd be like itching, trying to read your card. You sure I can read your card? How about next week, Jay? No, let me stop. That'd be crazy, right? All right, let's see. Oh, you got a pet sitting client? Okay, yes, Spoonie. That's what I'm saying. Manifest that shit. Got it in the bag. Hell yeah. It feels like it's going to be... It's literally yes. I was going to say it feels like it's going to be a yes. It was feeling really good energy. And that's the happiest card of any tarot deck. Just saying. And I put it all the way in. Like, I know I just... It was just out for Jay, but deadass, that was like... That came out of the middle of the tarot deck. So, yay, Spoonie. Okay. Ooh, have a blast. She calls you Miss J. I do that too. Like I'll like certain people, I just put Miss in front of them. I'm like, what? I wonder why I do that. But then I don't really question it too much because I think maybe it's like past life connected. Like there's this person at my gym and she's like younger than me and everything. And I just call her like I call her like the way I would an elder. It's so funny. And she never like questioned it, but I know deadass she don't normally get that treatment. She's pretty cool. But yeah, you have a blast, Jay. Just be easy. Just, you know, be positive, be optimistic and authentic, right? Don't hold back, but don't, you know, just go with the flow. You don't really need to worry. You just need to show up, if that makes all right. Okay, now let me see here. Venezia. Love and light. Okay, let's see about David. Oh, Samina. I'm so sorry, Samina. All right, let's see here. Watch Love and Light, babe. Okay, no, wait a minute. Wait. Well, wait, hold on. I said, what will David... Uh-huh. Okay, let me see here. So I just realized you didn't ask me like a yes or no, right? But this is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, what you want as far as like the results of you telling him, I'd like to see you, right? I'd like to continue down this path. And it may take a bit of strength, but you're going to get your wish fulfillment, okay? That's what I'm getting. I'm a little tired at the moment, so I didn't realize right away that that wasn't a yes or no, babe. But literally, that's the message, I promise, okay? Hopefully that makes sense, but... because you would need to utilize your strength to maintain your believability and to maintain, you know, you expressing yourself in the most you know, authentic manner. It does take strength, you guys, to be authentic. Authenticity is often triggering towards, you know, for other folks. Authenticity does mean you are operating out of a level of power that, you know, certain people, organizations, and things like that don't really want to see, right? Long story short, okay. But with the magician connected to that strength card, and they're both giving a happy yes, a wish fulfilled type of yes, I would stand on it, Samina. Just saying. All right. No, no worries. I don't want you to be sorry. I just realized like that's just me like working through like because I was like, wait, what? I was like, what? And you know what? I think this person is really gonna view you exactly like the Empress. This could be a situation where, I mean, you know, it could. The Sun card came back out again. Wow, Samina, I love that for you. If you do get to the point where you have sexual relations with this person, you might want to wrap it up, okay? If you're not looking to get pregnant, because the Empress energy often does speak of that pregnancy energy as well. So, you know, you might want to make sure you time that out in the most optimal uh, way, right? You don't want to, you don't want to like get cooking too soon, right? But in the history of the connection, it could be that, you know, that is an experience that you two will share. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna check the photo after. Thank you for submitting it. I was wondering. I feel like I checked earlier today to see. But you know what? My day was so. I feel like I don't know. Sometimes I have questions like, why is my life like that? Like, why is it like this? Because just some really unexpected things happen, and it's like, even just for me to even try to like explain them, it's like not always explainable. Or even if you can explain it, it's not giving what it makes sense. And I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I get beside myself at the goings on that I experience from one week to the next. It's just a lot sometimes. So long story short, I had another long day today. Go figure, you guys. I'm grateful to be here though, because you guys really are the highlight. All right, and I do enjoy, you know, coming on here and actually talking with you guys. Um, because it's just a pleasurable experience, and you guys are so phenomenal. And I think part of me, like, you know, I definitely understand what it's like to for those that can resonate, not really have a lot of people that you can kind of like bump elbows with in a physical sense. And I do feel like it is important that, you know, we can connect in the ways that we can connect currently until we can find other ways down the line, right? Of course, I'm not limiting us to this type of experience. But for now, you know, I'm grateful for you guys. And I do take that into consideration too. And I do try to put my best foot forward to be consistent on here. But for those times where maybe it's not seeming like that's the case, please know I am carrying you guys right with me in my heart space, for real, for real. All right. And thank you for bearing with me through those times where, you know, I'm not literally able to come on as much or as often as I personally like prefer, right? And thank you for your sentiments. You guys have been so sweet, just from day one, and so encouraging. And I need you to know that I really do appreciate you guys. That's not a gimmick. And thank you for being you. You know, I feel like you know, if I had my way, I feel like I'd be able to come up with a better way to express my love and gratitude. But hopefully, the sentiment is coming across the airways as I speak it out, in spite of it being Mercury retrograde, right? And down the line, I do want to, you know, get back to some other things that we'd already implemented in the channel and regarding, you know, like the moderators meetings and things like that. But you guys bear with. I am, you know. What feels like swimming up a stream while climbing up the mountain. It's like the water isn't necessarily enough for me to just flow up that mountain. So I'm like double tagging the situation. And I know I'm not doing it alone. And I do um really want to thank you guys for doing the work, because when you do the work, I tell you, you're helping the collective, and the collective energy obviously includes your girl. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for not giving up, you guys, and thank you for facing down your fears when you do, right? Because it all matters, and you guys are making great strides. I know if you went off the energy alone, if you went off your bank account alone, I get it, but I'm grateful for those that are really working to retrain your brain, like we were talking about earlier, to not be so focused on some aspects of, you know, appearances. I'm really speaking in code, but at the same time, I know you guys know what I'm saying. All right, keep manifesting, keep believing, be stubborn in your faith. Okay, because you deserve to be. You're not in a situation, for real, where you're set up for failure. The divine didn't place you here to be a nothing, a nobody, a failure. And often you can tell because a lot of people tried to say that that's literally the case, right? But we know better now. And the second you guys know better, you really start to live better, and just be grateful for, whatever baby steps you're actioning out, okay? Because they're going to produce, I'm pretty sure they're going to produce bigger fruit than what maybe you've even bargained for. Do you realize how many times, chills on this, we've manifested things and forgot? Set it and forget it. You wait. By the end of next year, you wait and see how many times, oh, I did want that. Oh my goodness. I did wonder if I could move. Oh my, I wanted that. I wanted a job in this industry. Right? Just saying, you guys, don't give up, man. Okay, let me see. I'll check for the photos, babe. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys for sharing in the community as well. Because, we can't always be on the live streams, right? But, maybe something happens, you see a quote, or, you're out shopping, something's funny. You can share it in there. We can all still see, right? Without it being on the live stream, okay? Just trying to afford us different ways to maintain connected. And another thing I do want to talk to you guys about, um, I myself have been going through some things regarding certain platforms, multiple, um, and I've been seeing the same heavy theme in the community, in the spiritual online community, in actual how do I want to say this, blatantly obvious types of strategic, should I say warfare? Okay. And so long story short, if you do have a heart to maintain your connectivity with me, if you wouldn't mind sending me an email to the Love and Light tarot email, so that I can make sure that I have your email address should something happen with either or all of the platforms. All right. So that I have connectivity to kind of like catch you up to speed to wherever I may be in that timeline or those energies. Okay. If I'm not here saying, hey, you have to send me an email, but if you'd like to send me an email, all right, I would like to, you know, add you to the list so that I can keep abreast of who's really looking to be part of the community. All right, irregardless of what platform, all right, that the community may reside on. All right, and that's just me, not saying like, oh, I'm not going to be on here, I'm not going to be on wherever, but at the same time, I do want to put my best foot forward in maintaining at least, connectivity with you all, to keep you abreast of situations. Linda likes tarot. I can't even imagine what it must. I mean, I know it was TikTok was the reference for the platform, but I mean, I could not imagine having like, I don't know, freaking million subscribers and all of a sudden being told that you've got 7 days to rip off your photos and whatever you got on there because you're impersonating yourself, and so you can't have your own account, knowing damn well that there's multitudes of accounts out there of people literally impersonating other people and with evidence and multiples reporting it, and they still don't take, like, I'm just and I really had a time with aspects of AI and meta on a personal note. I'm not impressed. I don't think this shit is funny, and I don't think that divine forces are going to take kindly to that. I think that um, certain people, places, organizations, entities that are operating out of the spirit of arrogance should be on high alert, and they should stop trying to put the press on, chosen ones, because it's not going to be a fruit filled, harvest filled outcome for them. Okay, to be clear, just saying, right? So shoot your girl an email over at the Love and Light to You Tarot Gmail account that is listed in the description box below, and just let me know, you're emailing. Just put, you could even just send a blank one if you don't want to say too much, but maybe just put something like email list in the subject line, I might actually update the box regarding that because that shit is not funny and it's not cool. And I do need to do some research. I've been hearing some other names regarding platforms and things that other creators are kind of migrating over to, but I do want to do my research. Um, I am still in the. I'm still waiting word in other aspects regarding monetization, and it's just giving like what if somebody, I don't know, I just don't even want to say too much, but shit ain't funny, and I'm not even on here for money. If I was on here for money, I probably would have fizzled out like before the first 30 days. You know what I mean? And these people, these entities, these organizations try to make it about just that. And it's so obvious it's not even about that at all. When you're in the throes of it, you know what I mean, looking at the count and what they think they're denying you, it's like it's laughable at the same time. But I do care about you guys, and I do want to honor what all I've been chosen to do, okay, in my own path. And I think that it's beautiful that our paths are aligned. And so I just do want to be protective over, having access to those who want to, keep having access to your girl, right? No pressure though, you guys. I'm just saying heads up, because again, I want to work smart, not just hard at this. And those that are interested in, maintaining our connection or energetic exchange, I don't mind. Just shoot me an email. All right, please and thank you. Okay. And I'll keep you guys abreast of the next steps as soon as I learn them on some things. And I do want to work on some ways that I think maybe I might get a P.O. box and get some other things like raffles and prizes in store. So I think that'd be a lot of fun. So, um, you guys share on that community if you don't mind, um, because that will help us feel connected as well. But be protective of your like energy in the sense of like, please don't, if you've got something in the photos where it's like maybe like children's faces, things like that, you don't have to. I'm not expecting anyone to share something that makes them vulnerable, right? But at the same time, I just want to be extending a passionate invite that you are able to share there. And this isn't a forum where it should just be me sharing and me telling everything and saying everything, right? You guys are able to say good morning, good noon, good night, or rich rising, grand rising, however, right? As you please. Okay, so feel free. All right, it is our community. It's not mine, it's ours. All right. All right, so I'll leave you with that. You guys, please, the last 7 minutes before you're actually going to pass out on that pillow or whatever you got going on, okay? Make sure that you do the work for your tomorrow, okay? That way you don't have too many complaints about it on the other side of it. Makes sense? So what that means is picture how it's going to go. If you know you've got to go to work, is it going to be a good day? Hell yeah. Why? Well, you're going to get up and you can see it. You can feel how you feel when you get up in the morning, right? If you don't do this work, you might fall prey to like waking up however. You want to risk it. It's your free will choice. I get that, right? But keep going, those that know what I'm talking about here with this manifestation, because you're making great strides and I love to talk about it and I love to see it. And I love you guys. Go get some rest now, okay? Much love and light.